Chapter 4, Mission Plaza. It's hard to imagine that this pretty and peaceful plaza almost became a busy street and parking lot. Up until 1971, Monterey Street still ran right in front of the Mission, connecting with Nipomo Street on the other side. In the early 1850s, local businessmen wanted to widen the street in front of the Mission for better traffic flow and cover the creek for additional parking. But a San Luis Obispo art teacher, Margaret Maxwell, was frustrated by the tired, run-down condition of the downtown area, so she assigned her art students to come up with ideas that would revitalize it. Two students drew up a plan for the area in front of the Mission, and they created the first view of the plaza we know today. At about the same time, the local Seroptimus Club became concerned about preserving the city's historic downtown. It seems a runaway egg truck crashed into and destroyed a key building at the corner of Chorro and Monterey Streets in 1953. The creek was now visible from Monterey Street for the first time in almost a century, and the beautiful view got people excited about what this area could be like. Over the years, various firms and student designers were brought in to offer up their visions for it, creating one of the most contentious arguments of the day. Do we close the area to traffic and make it a pedestrian zone? Or do we widen the road and build a parking lot? Sides were taken, debates were held, petitions were filed. Those in favor of closing Monterey gathered 2,265 signatures, while those against it only had 169. The council put the issue on the November 1968 ballot, and the people spoke loudly and clearly in a 2-to-1 vote in favor of closing the street. Once over that hurdle, the work moved along rapidly. One local architect and city visionary, who eventually served as mayor, was a very strong advocate for the plaza and was critical to its design. That man was Ken Schwartz, still an active voice in the city's planning efforts. The plaza was built in 2 phases, with much of the brickwork and planning completed by volunteers. In 1969, the flood that was took the city by surprise, raising creek levels to overflowing and turning the streets into rivers. Residents gazed in horror at the plethora of belongings, furniture, cars, and appliances floating through the city, while the president declared us a national disaster area. Nevertheless, Mission Plaza opened in 1971, changing forever the ambiance of our downtown and paving the way for it becoming one of the most beautiful, most vital downtowns in the nation. Since then, San Luis Obispo has won numerous beautiful city awards, recently winning the #1 spot on a national list of most desirable places to live. If you're facing the Mission, please turn to your right and head toward the stoplight, where we'll wait for the walk sign, then cross Chorro Street on Monterey toward our next landmark.